Money on the flow. Good morning. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel as y'all come into the live stream. Make sure y'all go to the website, therealdribble.com, and get this wonder supplement, the trifecta. www.therealdribble.com. It's money on the flow. Good morning, everybody. He said, let's go. Share this live stream, pimp. Good morning. Do. Good morning, people. Make sure he said, let's go. Money on the flow. All over the goddamn flow. I gotta stop cussing, man. I just had a discussion with the people at Quarter Lab, and they was explaining to me about some of the monetization rules that I be violating early on in my videos. I gotta chill. Share this video, man. Good morning. I had a family reunion last weekend. Had to tell some of my family members to stop the various porks. Subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the bell so you get the notification. Share this to y'all social media platforms. I appreciate y'all coming through. It's money all over the floor. Thug talking and entertaining the... Oh, we gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Camron and Dame Dash a little bit. But of course, we gotta talk about the topic at hand. It's trending all over the internet right now. So I gotta give y'all my take on it. Shout out to my sponsor, self-sponsored, the trifecta. Shout out to everybody that's on this wonderful herbal cocktail. It's been out over two and a half months probably now. And y'all ain't heard nothing negative about this wonder kind right here. I'm gonna get back to this later. Make sure y'all go to therealdribble.com. He said franchise said he told a little something. Ah, man. Life has a way of correcting itself. And I haven't seen nobody who's doing wrongdoing, blatant wrongdoing, not get corrected. So I'm ask y'all a few questions. Then I'm gonna break down Miranda rights, because that's something that applies here. As you see the thumbnail, I got Dark Low and Young Thug, two guys that went in there without a lawyer and made 2-hour we can call it confessions of fire, 2-hour conversations with the government. Well, in Young Thug's case, it wasn't, that was a local RICO case down there in Fulton County. But still the same scenario unfolded in front of everybody. But I got some questions for y'all before I get started. He said Young Thug made it juicy for him. Check it out, right? Stop me at any point that I'm wrong. Please correct me and stop me. And make sure y'all go support Ghostface Killer's new project. It's dope as fuck. Supreme Clientele, too. Been listening to that joint every day since it came out. But check this out, right? Didn't Young Thug, according to the trial that happened down there in Fulton County, and people that got on the stand and the prosecutors, didn't Young Thug allegedly have Lucci's mom's house shot up? Didn't he? That was him, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. He said that Mickey Mouse Surefire. Go to the website and get you one, man. I ain't sold one of them joints yet, and they came out yesterday. I put them on the website Friday, but they actually came out yesterday. Didn't Young Thug, according to the trial, have Lucci's mother's house shot up? And then he rapped about it, right? Correct? All right. Did Young Thug, according to testimony in that RICO case, have some connection to the guy Nut being killed? I believe he was even on the scene not long after it happened at that barbershop. correct? Help me out. He said, and he rapped about it. Yeah, had boy mom house shot up and then rapped about it. He's also alleged to had put a hit on someone. The hit was executed, and he was on a wiretap talking about that, right? Didn't he? He was on a wiretap talking about it. He said, niggas got to fall, didn't he? In regards to the blood situation that they was going through down there, right? Help me out. I want to make sure that my recollection is on point here. Didn't he? His name was well, they had him on voice recording talking about it, right? I'm gonna get to that. Didn't he? All right. So he had somebody's mother house shot up. His name is attached to the murder of somebody, and he didn't really get convicted. He ended up with some probation or some old crazy shit. He got away. Or did he get away? The thing about karma is this. It's going to visit you. I've said this many times. The world is round for a reason. When you involved with taking people's lives, when you involved with hurting innocent people, you can't get away with that shit. You can't. You can't just get away with that shit. And based on how that trial was a mess, by the way, too. Had the prosecution did a better job. They even had to switch the judge out during the course of it. Maybe it would have went another way, but it was a mess down there. Fulton County, they're not used to prosecuting RICO cases. So it was a mess. And they ended up having to give out some pleas, and they ended up giving some guys some time served. Young Thug was somebody who benefited from this. He ended up coming home. When he got out, what did he do? He didn't turn over a new leaf. He didn't say, okay, I just got away with something. I'm going to come out here and chill. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to focus on my music. What did he do? He came home and he continued devilishment. That's what he did. He continued devilishment. He got right out, got on Twitter, firing off tweets, talking shit to Gunna. He continued his thuggery. He did. This nigga can't be stopped. That's what it was like. And what happens? Karma. It became his day. If anybody follow what goes on the internet, everybody get their day. Everybody get their day. It was Bimmy's day last year. It was Diddy's day. Everybody get their day. Fat Joe had a day. Everybody get their day. And lo and behold, it's Young Thug's turn. And what happens? They released video footage of a 2-hour conversation that he had with the authorities. Now, before I go any further, I want to read something to y'all. According to Wikipedia, named for the U.S. Supreme Court's 1966 decision, Miranda versus Arizona, these rights, Miranda rights, are often referred to as Miranda rights. The purpose of such notification is to preserve the admissibility of their statements made during custodial interrogation and later criminal proceedings. Right? That's why they tell you you have a right to remain silent. In the United States, the Miranda warning, it's not just rights, it's a warning. You have the right to remain silent. It's a type of notification customarily given by police to criminal suspects in police custody for a custodial interrogation, advising them of their right to remain silent and effect protection from self-incrimination, that is. Their right to refuse to answer questions or provide information to law enforcement or other officials. Named for the U.S. Supreme Court's 1966 decision, The idea came from law professor Yale Camron, who subsequently is dubbed the father of Miranda. The language used in Miranda warnings derives from the U.S. Supreme Court's opinion in its decision, but the specific language used in the warning varies between jurisdictions. And the warning is deemed adequate as long as the defendant's rights are properly disclosed, such that any waiver of those rights by the defendant is knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligent. For example, the warning may be phrased as follows. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions. You have the right to have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering at any time. The Miranda warning is part of a preventative criminal procedure rule that law enforcement are required to administer to protect an individual who is in custody and subject to direct questioning or its functional equivalent from a violation of their Fifth Amendment right against compelled self-incrimination. The Miranda rights is a warning. They let you know you have a right to remain silent. You have a right to attorney. They tell you all of this shit before you start talking. But I'm going to tell you something about the criminal mind. I know this from being in this dark place. Nobody thinks they slicker than a nigga with a criminal mind. A criminal mind has a huge ego. A criminal mind thinks he's the brightest light bulb in the chandelier. The criminal mind will tell you that I can get in here and I can out-talk these trained professionals. All 5 of them. Yeah, that's the criminal mind tell you. So before you ask, why do these niggas go in these fucking, why do these niggas go in these rooms and start talking to these people? I just told you why. The criminal mind thinks he's the brightest light bulb in the chandelier. I told you the story about when I was warned not to get on the stand in my drug case back in the 90s. I was warned, but I was trying to get home to this girl. I'm going to get my slick ass on the stand and I'm about to out-talk this district attorney, right? The thing was, this district attorney, he's been practicing and rehearsing for 6 to 9 months. And I just got this bright idea 5 minutes ago at the defense table. I mean, yeah, I just got the bright idea like 5 minutes at the table sitting next to my lawyer. So I got my ass on the stand. I was going home. And I thought that I could out-talk this guy. And like a professional, he stumbled me and I said some shit I shouldn't have said in front of a jury, and they sent my black ass to the penitentiary. That's what happened. So when you ask, why does somebody like Young Thug have these conversations with these people? The nigga think he's slicker than everybody. Yeah, that's the criminal train of thought. Now let's talk about what he said. Let's talk about what he said. And why is this a topic here at The Real Gully TV? Because I've often said, I don't care about snitching. Why is it a topic this morning? It's money on the floor. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. It's all over the flow. Now listen, right? We heard what he said. And for some reason, hip-hop fans hate to see that their favorite rapper is just a man. He's vulnerable. He has fears. He has insecurities. He has flaws. We all do. And people don't like to admit that. People like to project their celebrities, pro athletes, rap stars, as being superhuman. But you see from that video footage that he's not superhuman. You know what he is? He's a snitch. According to the law and the codes that's promoted through music from guys like him, what he said is against the code. This is the same man who threw shots at Gunna, right? I believe Gunna being accused of snitching was him taking a plea, trying to get the fuck away from them niggas. And during the course of that, he admitted that YSL was a gang. That's the stigma that's attached to his name. But Young Thug is a snitch. He is. Y'all heard what he said. And the irony in it was this. I said, damn, this eerily sounds like Dark Low talking about Taz. Yeah, it's the same thing. And you know what? Niggas do not want to admit. You got people still to this day say, Dark Low didn't tell on anybody. You know why? Because niggas don't want to believe it. Even though he said out of his mouth during interrogation, all he does is shoot people in the head all day. That's snitching. Young Thug spoke about Pee Wee Roscoe being associated with shooting up Lil Wayne's tour bus. That's snitching. Young Thug also spoke about maybe Pee Wee Roscoe was somebody who transported Lil Wayne's drugs around whenever he needed them and shit. That's fucking snitching. It is. And you got video footage. And I'm being told that since this happened, Pee Wee Roscoe has made it, I don't know whether he made it on Twitter or Reddit. He made a statement and he said, Thug didn't tell on me. Yes, he did. We got the footage. Yes, he did. He did tell on you. It's on video. It is. And all of this happened because of karma and the devilishment associated with Young Thug. Young Thug promotes killing. He might be, according to Fulton County, they felt that he was a killer. They felt that he had a hand in that boy Nut's death. And he got away. The thing is, nobody gets away with wrongdoing. Nobody gets away with wrongdoing. At some point, you will be held accountable for the energies that you put out into the atmosphere. And that's what's going on in this situation right here. I want to know how y'all feel about it. Because you got some people saying in the comments, niggas went as far as to saying that the video was AI. People were saying that the video was AI. And something that I noticed, right? I've never seen it like this before. It was a time when they snitches was protected and shit. Like you didn't find out who the fuck was doing this shit until maybe you got a motion for discovery. You would find out some information or something like that. But now, how did this shit make it out to the public? How did this shit make it out to the public? The authorities have to have a hand in this shit. You know what I'm saying? In order for this shit to make it out to the public like that, you obviously putting people's lives in danger. You are, whether you want to admit it or not. They're putting people's lives in danger. But how does this shit make it to the public like that? How? He's famous. This is crazy. I mean, there's a fucking. You can listen to it online. You can see his face plain as day. That is not no artificial intelligence. That's not no artificial intelligence. He said Bimmy. Nah, Bimmy's situation wasn't as incriminating as this. And I don't know if people ever really foolproof proved that Bimmy was a snitch. He said he had to make it funky for him. Let's admit this. There is no code. There's no code associated with people who have no code. If you kill people, if you double cross people, if you lie, if you cheat, these are all acts of not being moral, of not displaying a moral compass. And people expect these niggas to do all this rotten shit, but you're not no snitch. Or you're not gonna snitch. You done already broke all of the codes of humanity, my nigga. So it's not far-fetched that you would fucking snitch. Straight up. And in regards to Young Thug and Lucci, or YSL and the YFN guys, Lucci seems to be the only one who like walked away without many cuts and bruises and shit. He's home. He's fat. He done got fat. Nigga, little chubby looking nigga now. But he seems to. Did Lucci win? Did Lucci win? He said, where can I get this shirt from? This shirt come from Ghostface Killer's coffee shop in Staten Island. It's called Coffee Culture. Sean Wiggs, who used to be in the Theodore unit, he's on Instagram. He run that boutique and shit. You can get it from there. But as far as the general public getting this, you got to go to the coffee shop. That's where I got it from. It seems to me like Lucci was the one that walked away without many cuts and bruises. Seriously. And I was looking at Gunna's situation from top to bottom yesterday. It seems, if you want to compare Gunna and Young Thug, it seems like Gunna got the fuck away from them niggas. He understood that I'm not criminal like these niggas. These niggas is in the killing and all this type of shit. I just want to make music. I'm going to get the fuck away from these niggas. He did get away from come home, mind my business. He did do that. I'm not taking no shots at anybody. He ain't. And I'm about to get in the gym and I'm about to get money and go on with my life. Young Thug seems to be stuck on Thug. He seems to be stuck on Thug. He said ATL looking bad now. Nah. This shit happens all over the world, in courtrooms and interrogation rooms all over the world. You can't say that ATL was looking bad when Dark Low just did the same shit some years ago. He did. Dark Low did the same shit. Dark Low told them people, I'm worth more to y'all on the streets. What the fuck do that sound like to you? But you got people who say, he ain't no snitch. Just like they saying the same thing about Young Thug. Musically, he finished. He finished. I've seen people, Rollo, get caught on audio, said out of his mouth, you know I gotta make it juicy. You know I had to make it juicy for him, We heard him say that. And he came home and he just kept going like he didn't do anything. He did. And you got some people who choose to look the other way. From a fan's perspective, us, this shit don't got nothing to do with us. But musically, it removes all credibility because the philosophies that these guys be promoting in their music is contradictory to that videotape. It is contradictory to the videotape. He said Dark Low went out like that. Dark Low. Oh, and I have to say this. I was on the phone with 40 Cal from the Diplomats a couple of days ago. Y'all see I uploaded his freestyle. So we had like an hour-long conversation. Jay Ice, that's what it was. He had to make it juicy for him. I appreciate the super chat. I had a long conversation with 40 Cal. And he told me some stories. And the stories that he told me aren't very different from stories that I was told by other people and experiences that I've had in entertainment. I was in the streets my whole My from 15, 14 on up, I was in the street selling drugs, right? My whole 20s, I was in the street selling drugs. My whole 30s, I was in the street selling drugs. If I wasn't in the street selling drugs, I was locked up somewhere, right? I've had all types of encounters, met all sorts of people, rubbed elbows with the worst types of dope fiends, junkies, robbers, thieves. The most rotten, spineless, low-life people that I've ever encountered in life was in the entertainment business. The most rotten, low, it people in the streets, um, although there's codes broken, people in the streets understand that you can get your fucking head busted for this shit. The shit that I'm doing, I can get my head split the fuck open for this shit. People in the streets understand that. These niggas in the entertainment business, for some reason, they think a motherfucker won't split their fucking head. They don't. They don't. I'm serious. Like the shit that I've seen, these niggas don't think a motherfucker will put their ass in the ground and shit. I'm dead serious. This is the only I don't know, element where the niggas that's probably dangerous or actually have a background in the streets will get tried, tested, and violated by some of the most harmless motherfuckers in the world. Like, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm serious. That shit that I went through with Taj Mahal, y'all know him as Great God. Shout out to Great God, sabotaged his own career. I'm like, do you know what type of person I used to be, man? Like, I'm serious. I'm like, he didn't understand it. He didn't get it. I'm like, do you know what type of fucking person I was? And these niggas, that they just move around like, it'll almost puzzle you, for real. Like, you almost have to do a self-examination, like look yourself in the mirror and shit, like, the fuck is going on? And for some reason, the extreme low lifes are attracted to the entertainment business. So, getting back to what I was saying, Dark Low and Young Thug, they're birds of a feather, the same feather. They're the exact same person. They promote negativity. They promote killing. I work out to blow 3. I work out to blow 2 as well. Them two of my, I like them songs. That's Dark Low and AR-Ab going back and forth. I can't tell you how many times Dark Low said, we killers. We killers and kill this and we killers. He's soft. He's soft. He's soft. He's soft. He's soft. He is. He's an actor. He's soft. And he's spineless. And these traits are projected when these niggas get in the courtroom, or not the courtroom, the interrogation room with white folks. Amongst us, they killers. Amongst us, they killers. Same thing with Young Thug. Young Thug, y'all heard him on that wiretap. Niggas got to fall. Niggas got to pay. Talking like John Gotti and them niggas talk, you know. But get in that fucking interrogation room. Get in that interrogation room and start talking like a talk show host. Yeah, smiling and, yeah, I heard Pee Wee did it. The fuck did you just say, man? This is totally contradictory to your image and everything that you promote to children. There's kids that's gonna listen to you, and it's already happened. That listen to you, listen to shit that you say and what you stand for, and execute it. We gonna wipe a nigga nose. Slime this, slime that. In a nutshell, what the fuck can you expect from a nigga that call himself Slime? That's what you got. That's what this is. This situation with Young Thug. He's a slime ball. He told you he's a slime ball. Yeah, yeah. Oh, somebody said Big Meech. Yeah, another one. This is what I have to say as the cherry on top for this, for this topic here. There's no way around it. Stop committing crimes. You won't end up in an interrogation room. Stop committing crimes. You know why? You weren't born incarcerated. You're born free. You're born free. Not all of our liberties are protected and respected as black people, but you're born free, right? Being incarcerated is abnormal. Humans weren't meant to be put in cages and left there. That is ab fucking normal. Cages is for animals and shit like that. So when you get in that situation, you naturally don't want to be there. You do not want to be there. I don't give a fuck how hard you is. You don't want to be there. It's against your nature. Like they said it. Like being in these types of environments and these circumstances, people lose their mind. People start cracking the fuck up. Start seeing shit. And you know who's the most vulnerable to these types of circumstances? A nigga who was just living in a mansion, a nigga who riding around in Rolls Royces, a nigga who got millions and millions of adoring fans, bitches that are giving pussy at the drop of a hat. They are the most vulnerable to this shit. So the transition from being a rap superstar, and Young Thug was at the creme de la creme. He was in Rich Gang with Baby and Lil Wayne and them niggas. Creme de la creme. Going from that to eating a cup of soup, to eating cups of soups and Snickers and shit like that, honey buns. You got to shit with another nigga in the room. You in a cell with a nigga listening to you fart and shit. It stink all fucking day because they giving you cheap ass food that you wouldn't touch on the streets. When as soon as you put it in your system, it's running through you. This nigga keep getting on the fucking toilet. Like, this is abnormal. You can't. Before you know it, I gotta get the fuck out of here at all costs. And all of that stand-up nigga shit, that shit goes straight out the fucking window. That shit goes straight out the fucking window. And Young Thug, I'm pretty sure that wasn't his first time in an interrogation room. He's from Cleveland Avenue. He was representing blood and shit like that. He done been questioned by the police before. When he was in that fucking interrogation room, why did he speak to them without a lawyer present? Why did he speak to them without accepting the Miranda warning? Why? Because I don't want to go to fucking jail. I don't want to go to fucking jail. So I'm gonna talk to these people. It's called cooperation. And that's what you seen with Young Thug on tape. That's what you seen. That's what that video is. That's a nigga cooperate. Don't be disappointed. This too shall pass. His music career is probably cooked. He probably done. Ain't nobody gonna really like fuck with that no more. That whole slime shit, that's done. I have to point this out. During my coverage of Young Thug, it was this guy that used to be on this platform. I won't say his name, but he was affiliated with YSL some type of way. He was down with them some type of way. He a rapper. He rapped. He used to be on. He's been on Gully TV a couple times. No matter how much y'all focus on what I'm saying, y'all won't figure out the name of the guy that I'm talking about because he wasn't like famous or nothing like that. But he was affiliated with YSL. During the coverage of that trial and all that shit, I made a post on Instagram, and I'm simply doing what I got to do as the real Gully TV. And he said some shit in my comments, like I was telling us something like that when I was just mentioning information that had been made public. Now your leader's a rat, nigga. And guess what? I never even responded to what he said in my comments. I just was like, I just won't fuck with this nigga no more. I won't film him no more. He can't call me no more. He already know he can't call me. But if you watching this, homeboy, you blew your situation at Gully TV trying to uphold a code that your leader don't even stand by. So what you get? Your man is a rat, and I don't even think you rap anymore. So, hold that, my nigga. When you come to this platform, man, I stand for that which is right. I've never been perfect. I strive to be, though, right? And a lot of values that I once had have been erased by success, education, and information. I'm constantly escalating. I'm not the same person I was last week. I change almost every day on purpose. A wise man changes many times, only a fool remains the same. You niggas who remain the same, who stand by this code, the street shit, hold everything to come with that. And you know what it is: death, incarceration. Hold that. I gotta say this before I go on a damn dash and Camron and shit. I've said on this platform many times, put them niggas in the penitentiary. They belong in a penitentiary. Yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, a 66-year-old black woman was killed in Harlem. This is the second black woman that was killed in Harlem recently. 66 years old. Nigga shooting, hit her in her face. She was already on a walker. She's on a walker coming through trying to get a little fresh air, making her way around through the neighborhood, whatever. Nigga shooting. 66 years old. She dead now. And this is why I say some of these niggas deserve to be in the penitentiary. They deserve it. I stand by that. Everybody shouldn't be out here in general society with decent people. You know why? He said a 17-year-old girl got shot in the head at a New York City basketball game. This is why. Everybody here got a 66-year-old woman in their family. Aunt, grandmother, mother. Would you like your mom being shot by some goofy ass niggas that's on drugs, running up and down the street with fully automatic weapons with switches on them and shit, shooting indiscriminately? Would you like that? Probably wouldn't. Would you like if your child got hit? Probably wouldn't. The only remedy for this is incarceration. Yeah. And these niggas wonder why Donald Trump says, I'm gonna bring the fucking what'd he say? I'm gonna tell your local police to stand down. I'm gonna bring the motherfucking federal government to your city and start flipping shit over. Like they doing in DC. Like they doing in DC. Tell your regular police, y'all stand down, we got this. Turn these federal agents loose on you niggas. This is why. Because of shit like this. Because of shit like this is going on in society everywhere. He's going on tour. They're going on tour. They ain't gonna just be in DC. They coming to a few more cities. Don't y'all here who are law-abiding citizens and shit, don't worry about it. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with me. There's certain niggas who should be worried. And they coming to get you, pimp. They is. And we looking forward to it. I'm glad he bringing the military to Chicago next and the other states. He said 19 states so far. Some of these niggas belong in the penitentiary. That's just what it is. Some of these niggas belong in the penitentiary. In order for society to get better, get safer, there's an element amongst us that was encouraged, fertilized by people like Young Thug through his music and the drill culture. There's an element amongst us that needs to be neutralized and shit. Put them niggas in the fucking penitentiary right away. Put them in the penitentiary right away. Shout out to Chicago, y'all next. They say New York City is coming soon. Hey, man, brace yourself. Camron and Dame Dash is going back and forth. They got a very strange relationship, Camron and Dame. Very, very strange relationship. I don't understand their relationship. I will say this. I got better friends than both of them niggas. I do. If you got some good friends in your life, pat yourself on the back, man. It's a lot of people that's running around here that they got money, but they're broken. You know what I'm saying? Life would really, really sucks without some authentic people around you. Dame can't get a dime from none of these niggas. He can't get a dime from these niggas. A lot of these niggas that he helped, that's crazy, right? This is the same guy who problems arise at Rockefeller because Dame and Cam had a conversation about Cam being the vice president. Cam went on BET and said it, and the rest is history. But I think it's safe to say that Dame Dash helped the diplomats by bringing them to Rockefeller. Can we agree on that? Dame is on the ropes. He can't get a dime from them niggas. He can't get a dime from nobody. I don't know what he did wrong, but nobody seems to be helping him. I hear some people say he was a rotten motherfucker when he was up. So, hold that if that's what it is. Him and Dame, Cam and Dame, they've been having this indirect back and forth. Dame's on Art of Dialogue. Dame be on different platforms saying what he want to say. And he might throw a stray at people. The situation happened with Dame calling Cam and asking him, can I talk about 50 Cent patting your pockets? And then he got on the internet and he talking about another grown man shouldn't pat your pockets, whatever. They've been going back and forth. Camron decided to enlighten everybody on some of the problems that they've been having. And he mentioned the movie Honor Up. Didn't I tell y'all that movie was trash? Didn't I tell y'all that movie was trash? I told y'all that movie was trash, right? It was people here that was trying to say, no, it was all right. The movie fucking sucks. It sucks. They had Murder Mook all killing all. They had Murder Mook a serial killer. Come on, man. We've been watching this nigga battle rap and smile. He's a nice guy. His whole career since Smack. And Dame decided to make the nigga a sociopath and shit, have him killing everybody. Cam spoke about the fucking movie. He said that Dame called him and asked him to come and support his movie. Cam said he just came through to support because Dame insisted that he came, and he said it was okay. That shit was terrible. I'm going to tell you what Cam said about it. Dame said, okay, I'm going to come and support him. He showed up at the location where they was filming at somewhere in Harlem. He said it was cold outside. He had his girl with him. The girl was Juju at the time. He said he was just coming through to, support his man because he said as soon as Dame seen him, he said, oh, get Cam a fur. You're in the movie. And Cam was saying, damn, I ain't trying to get in this movie. He's taking inventory of this movie not being on the level. He spoke about this in detail, the reason why he didn't want to be in the movie. And I don't know whether he detected this then or after, but he said that it's a scene in the movie where somebody is playing a cop. Somebody is playing a cop. Somebody is playing a cop in the movie, right? And then it's a jail scene in the movie, or when it's a scene where somebody get locked up. The same nigga that was playing the cop is one of the niggas in jail. So I said in the same movie. So I say this to say, um, they ain't be doing too much sometimes, man. I don't know whether it's he might take on. He said that was funny as fuck. He might take on divided focus impairs creativity. He might take on too many endeavors sometimes, and I believe this could be the truth. When you had millions and millions of dollars like Dame and shit like that, and you watching some of your peers, people that probably surpassed you, your peers, and they got multiple investments, they got multiple business ventures going, and they're going well. You might want to try to keep up or compare, whatever. That's not a good thing to do. And I know what the problem is. One of Dame's main problems, one of his problems, he doesn't wear blinders. Dame don't wear blinders. You've heard the cliche about wearing blinders so you can't see what the competition is doing. You can just focus on your goals, where you trying to go. One of Dame's problems is paying attention to 50 Cent. That's one of Dame Dash's problems. It ain't a doubt in my mind. It ain't a doubt in my mind. 50 Cent is one of the people who set the bar as far as being an entrepreneur. Dame started out that. Prototypical, one of the great entrepreneurs. He had Rockefeller Records. He was putting out quality movies. That would be... I like State Property. I see people be trying to ridicule State Property now and say it was poorly written and all of this shit. If you watched it more than one time, or more than 10 like me, I done watch State Property probably 20 times. Probably more. It's a good movie. I like State Property. He had Rockefeller Records. He had Rockaware jeans. The Rockaware clothing line was dope. Team Rock. I had several Team Rock sweatsuits. That was dope. He had State Property, the clothing line. This is the same dude. Y'all remember he used to be in the music videos, man, dancing around with the Armadale and shit. He couldn't be stopped. He had Pro Kids, the sneakers. He just couldn't be stopped. And he was one of the first guys who was carrying it like that. It's been my experience that if it's going good, it won't last. That's just how life is. It just seems to me that nothing good lasts forever. It doesn't. I've always, as I got, more mature, if shit was going good for me, I had this thought in my mind: prepare for that which is coming. You dig what I'm saying? You've heard Hov rap. He said this game has valleys and peaks. That's what it is and shit. That's the truth about life. If things are going good in your life, if you woke up this morning and everything is going good, enjoy it. But prepare yourself for the turbulence. That comes with life. It's called duality. That comes with life. So prepare yourself for that. Dame couldn't stay at the top forever. Everything wasn't going to keep going on. Things started to happen. Freeway got sick. Beanie kept going to jail. Things would happen. And he ain't been able to get his dribble right in a long, long time. He ain't been able to get his dribble right. As far as that movie, Honor Up, terrible movie. Every time we look online, we see that something is going on with Dame. When Dame's teeth flew out of his mouth, that should have been a sign to him. That should have been a sign. That should have been a sign. I need to chill out or change something that I'm doing in my life because too much shit is going wrong. Only thing worse, if Dame got struck by lightning, I might not be surprised. I might not be surprised because Calamity seems to be on his ass unlike anybody. I don't know what he did in his past. I don't know what he did to draw this type of energy. But I've said this many times. The world is round for a reason. The energy that you put out into the world, you'll get it back. That's why Young Thug got exposed like this. Young Thug thought he got away with having motherfuckers he sent shooters to shoot up Lucci Mama house. His name was associated with the murder of I think it was Donovan Thomas Nutt. He thought he got away. Nobody gets away. Nobody gets away. He said, when you have God in your life, it's always good. I don't got no problem with that statement. I don't got nothing to rebuttal that statement. But like Hov said, this game got valleys and peaks. Life is the same way. There will be ups and downs. There will be turbulence. So I'm going to just leave that right there. He said, struck by lightning is crazy, Gully. What else could go wrong? What else could go wrong? He lost Jay-Z. He lost one of the greatest record labels ever. Rockefeller in their prime, them niggas was like the Beatles. There was nobody touching Rockefeller. No record label in hip hop was fucking with Rockefeller. Now you might have said, well, this group, this label did this. Rough Rider did this. Death Row did this. You probably, if there was ever a record label that can parallel Rockefeller, or maybe surpass Rockefeller, it probably was Death Row. But like I said, if it's going good, it won't last long. You seen that was Death Row, it was abbreviated. He said G-Unit. Man, G-Unit was never successful, my nigga. The fuck is you talking about? There was one person successful in G-Unit. That would be 50 Cent. The rest of them niggas, and I like Tony L. I know you don't love me. That's my shit. I like the predicate of, I think it was Predicate of a Fella. I like the Tony L's album. I like the Young Bucks album. That song, Footprints in the Sand, that's my shit. Them niggas didn't have, that wasn't success. That wasn't success, man. That was flash. That was a flash. That wasn't success. It wasn't. It wasn't. And I be seeing people, that conversation is still going on my Instagram page. Follow me on Instagram at @IamGullyTV_. People were talking about, still talking about the greatest rap groups in hip hop history. G-Unit is not one of the greatest rap groups in hip hop history. They're all in the category Dame, Puffy, Suge, Russell, but he got away. Nobody gets away. Nobody gets away. If Russell did some wrongdoing, he'll have his day. He will. But nobody gets away. You seen what happened to Suge. You seen what happened to Puff. If you're rotten, you'll get your day. You will. Yesterday, today, maybe the rest of this week, it's Young Thug's time. Young Thug, wherever he at right now, he don't want to open his phone. Young Thug don't want to open his phone. He don't. Because there's an overbearing presence in the world right now. Everybody's talking about you, pimp. It's money on the flow. Because you didn't invoke your Miranda rights when they offered them to you. They told you had a right to remain silent. You decided to go in there and start talking about drugs and shootings. And that's against the code. So you the hot topic right now. I need y'all to like the video. It's over 900 people here. I need y'all to like the video. Every dog has his day. Yeah. Suge Knight didn't know that he was going to kill that boy that day. That guy that he ran over, I believe that was his friend. He didn't know he was going to do that. It was his day. It was his day to pay for all of the things that he did, all of the people he bullied, the people he got killed, the niggas that he made drink piss, fucking Miss Chalet, Dr. Dre's baby mom, all the riding shit, you got to pay for it. And that's what ended up happening. So Suge's had his day. It's Young Thug Day. Everybody that was involved in that trial, oh man, I wonder what Lucci doing this morning. I know Lucci is tickled to death. Lucci is somewhere laughing like a motherfucker. He probably ain't gonna say nothing. Everything don't gotta be posted on Twitter or Reddit and shit like that. But Lucci walked away from that whole situation with not many cuts and bruises and shit. He did. Thug lost. YSL lost. YSL was full of rats. It was full of rats. They was telling on each other like a motherfucker. The slimes. Yeah. These are actually, God got a plan for you. He will. And he will use people that you think highly of as an example. So that's why we're seeing all of this unfold in front of the world and shit. What you think about Supreme Clientele too? You see what what did I say? The champ is here. You know what I think about Supreme Clientele too. He said Banks CD was tough too. They had flashes of potential. They had brief successes. G Unit wasn't a successful group. They didn't. No matter how many punchlines Lloyd Banks run off, his career has been mediocre. You can't tell me that Lloyd Banks had a successful rap career. You can't. And if he didn't have, if he wasn't next to 50 Cent, he probably wouldn't even made it. Them niggas benefited from being with 50 Cent. Them niggas benefited from being on Teach You How to Stunt, Wanna Get to Love You, them Posse songs and shit like that. Them niggas benefited greatly from those records, but they didn't do anything as individuals. They didn't. No. Even 50 Cent said Banks is lazy as fuck. It's the truth. We are music consumers. What did we get from him? Not a lot. We didn't. Salute the dribble, many handles. I appreciate you coming through. Oh, that's my man Alan Gordon. It's knitted season. It's knitted season. Oh no. Can y'all see that? It's knitted season. Y'all know where to get these at. pa-knit.com. If you commonly been going to shop on therealdribble.com, I got like 150 styles over there. But it's knitted season. Look at them babies. Alice, screenshot me next to these beauties. Therealdribble.com. You already know what time it is, man. I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all for coming through. The trifecta is available on my website, therealdribble.com. This enhances testosterone production in men. This improves circulation for men. Look at my skin. Look at my skin. Look at how beefy my beard done got in front of y'all. This is because of circulation. The trifecta. This improves endurance, stamina, circulation all throughout the body. That's going to lead to a powerful erection. It's about to get cold outside. We're going to be locked indoors with our women. Let's make babies all winter. Got to get back to my Frank Nitty status. Joe Mew, I appreciate your super chat, man. He said, where's your hair? You want to know what happened? Too many jury trials. This is what's going to happen to your black ass if you keep going. Young Thug and them niggas keep fucking with the law. He ain't going to have a bunch of dreadlocks. He going to look just like this. This would happen when your ass picking too many juries, when you in them rooms with them white folks lying and shit like that, trying to deceive and do all this monkey shit with the law. This is what happened. You lose your wig. That's your payment with your slick ass. So if you run around here, you see these niggas coming home from, if you notice, a lot of niggas come home from jail with a bald head. Niggas don't go to jail with a bald head. Niggas come home from jail with a bald head. You know why? Them stress levels. Them stress levels, man. Start having your wig falling out and shit. Before you know it, your 360 waves are no more, man. You got to get a razor. I'm up out of here, man. TheRealDribble.com, man. Cop the trifecta, man. Step your game up, man. It's 100% natural herbal supplement comprised of 5 powerful ingredients, man. Do the knowledge. It's on my website, TheRealDribble.com. Y'all have a great morning. Peace.